Grundar over to the mine. So
Yep. He had said he
okay.
definitely wants to go over there. He said his two brothers should be over there, helping to set up their initial camp and everything else. And he wanted to get back to Phandalin and get outfitted and then head east.
Okay. So probably want to discuss with them if there are any particular supplies we're going to need. Um, will we need any caving type supplies? Is it stuff to go into the mines that we wouldn't normally be carrying, that kind of stuff?
I mean, from his perspective, it's it's probably an old mine. So yeah, ropes and maybe some climbing gear, but um, he's not too sure like you guys. He's only been there very briefly and hasn't really fully delved the entire area.
Yeah, all I know is I don't have a lot of experience with mines, so I'm I'm trusting the Bogner and him to let it let us know what we need to buy and if we need to buy anything extra.
Nadia wants to buy a nice sharp knife.
Okay. If you go into the items list, you should be able to find yourself a nice, sharp knife.
Is there by chance any magical ones in town that she might be able to purchase?
Huh. Well, normally I'd say roll investigation, but you know all the places that would sell it, so just roll me a percentile dice out in the open. Let's see.
That, how do I do that again? That's the 10-sider?
Yep, right click.
Probably not.
Yep, no magic items. Yep, no magic.
I just remembered at one point I had to cut somebody's head off and I didn't have a good, nice, sharp knife.
You could see if she still has my fancy longsword and take that.
Nah, that's a bunch of stuff I have to carry around. All right, dagger. Yep, I'm just going to get one dagger. It costs 2 gold pieces, so if you want to take 2 gold pieces away from me, or I can just do it off of my own.
Yep, go right ahead. I trust you for 2 gold.
All right, for whatever reason, I can't adjust it. Let me delete the gold pieces, but it won't let me add.
Oh, I think you just type in the new value.
I tried.
Oh, are you in the party sheet?
You know what it was? Is my numlock wasn't on. It wasn't. It was user error. All right, I got myself a nice sharp dagger.
Yeah, so he just he says, some food. We may be there for a couple days while we're, delving. If you guys, want to stay. And he's more than happy now to have you guys along.
Do we need any additional like horses or anything like that? And if so, is he ponying up, so to speak, for them?
I don't think you need any additional. I mean, you're not. His brothers went ahead and should have already had a number of materials.
Okay, just didn't know if we needed to grab a wagon or horses. So they're already up there. They can have everything.
Does he have a horse? I mean, I assume because he didn't when we rescued him, he didn't have one.
Yeah, he was riding Nadia's. Nadia was walking.
So we're gonna keep that same pattern.
No, he needs to get his own damn horse.
Yeah, he gets his own horse. He's got a line of credit at the store, so he's able to get one.
Probably a long line of work for a line of credit.
We have, I mean, so I'm looking through my stuff and thinking about stuff that we might need. I know I've got rope. Pretty sure everybody else has rope. Got pythons, so we can drive those into the rock if we need to descend. Although I don't need that, but we got stuff like that. I don't have like a pickaxe. I don't know if you want to have a pickaxe or not, but I'm not the one that's going to be mining, so I don't care about that. So I think we're good.
But yeah, Bogner's a hammer and python, whatever. 10 of them. So he can, if we need to use a pick, he can improvise.
Well, they should have that if they're going to be delving anyway, already at the site. So
right.
So I think we're ready to set out, Jim. You want to push us a map so we can see where we're going?
I suppose.
So the one thing I didn't ask, so I don't know how many days we stay here, but obviously we're going to have room and board for that. Are you just adjusting that out of our party sheet?
Oh, well, we can settle that up. It'd probably be just probably 2 gold for the entire party for, dinner, meal, night's sleep.
Okay.
It's definitely nothing extravagant.
No, just wasn't sure. All right, so we got in, we did all our selling, we rested. Bogner and Nadia got hammered, and we're walking out of town with a hangover.
Okay. So early next morning kind of thing?
Yeah, I think so, unless, Jeff, you have some other thought?
No, early next morning works for me.
Alrighty. Well, it's uneventful, and
is there a map that you want to push, or do we?
Yep.
Just...
Nope. Just kind of getting it all set up here.
Sorry, I'm impatient. You know that.
After a full day's travel, you get there. It's in the evening when you arrive at the mine. And I will push a map.
We didn't have any. There was no random encounters on the way there, and it only took us a day.
Took you the better part of the day. So you've been traveling the whole. I shouldn't say the better part. It took the whole day. So you are there. It's late evening. And Gundren actually kind of pressed you guys a little bit in terms of speed. Because, he kept saying, "Oh, we'll camp there. We'll camp there. We don't have to camp, on the road. We'll just camp there." And so it's been the better part, again, of a day. And you come across the cave entrance.
Okay, and we're standing in the cave entrance.
Yes.
All right, so we'll put Nadia up front. Bogner, I think usually Bogner and Dalen follow kind of simultaneous. Is Gundelin going to stay in the middle, or does he want to bring up the rear?
He's had he not, been captured and beaten to an inch of his life, he probably would be running ahead because he's very excited. But knowing what he knows now, that there's this black spider person out there, he's more than happy to be in the middle or towards the back of you guys.
Okay. So Jeff, I just moved stuff around thinking that it might be easier for me than you trying to use the laptop.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I spent most of this time just trying to get zoomed in on the part of the map that I wanted to see.
Okay. So does that look okay? The order, how we're sitting?
Yep.
Okay.
How high is this cave entrance?
Typically 10 feet, like this entry tunnel, about 10 feet. I mean, sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's 11, it's rough hewn.
Right, but me standing on the ceiling doesn't help me at all, so.
No, unless you just want the blood to rush to your head, sure.
Okay.
You do know that you are probably as far in as you can be right now without requiring either dark vision or a light source. So pretty much Tertius and Evander now are at the point where they can't see.
Well, Tertius he uses his item, the drift globe.
Okay, so he sets that up.
Yeah, he can set up the drift globe.
Okay, now does that naturally follow, or does he have to command it?
I thought it naturally followed.
Okay.
Later daylight, blah, 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 blah. The globe hovers. If you move more than 60 feet away from the hovering globe, it follows you until it's within 60 feet. So it'll follow, but it follows like 60 feet back, which should be enough to allow for dim lighting where he's at.
Probably that'll be okay for Tertius. I don't know if
Evander's right. The rest of us have dark vision, so it doesn't matter to us.
Right. So Evander and what did I say? Tertius?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it say here? Can emanate the light or the daylight spell. So are you just using just the light?
Yeah, just the light.
Okay. So you get basically 20 feet bright light and another 20 feet of dim. So worst case, you'll have 20 feet around. I'm assuming Tertius. Is that who has it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there'll be 20 feet around Tertius where it's dark. He can't see.
All right, then you know what? I won't even bother with that. I'll just produce flame on constant ahead of me.
Yeah, he can just produce flame and hold it in his hand.
Right. So I'll just do that instead. I'll keep the drift globe in back of my head in case I need to use daylight for some reason.
All right. Evander, thanks you.
And so then, when we're going down here, I mean, does it look like there's been use? Does this passage look like it's been used recently at all? Are we able to tell? Is it?
Well, let's have everybody roll me a perception check, and then Nadia, you can also roll me an investigation check. Okay. Yeah, it's really kind of hard to see if a lot of movement's been here. You can see some drag marks of potential equipment along some of the less dense stone. You can see some, dirt that has been moved, but there's just not enough evidence here for you to determine time or quantity of people or anything.
Okay.
So Nadia, Dalen, and Evander, I'll hear what you think is waves crashing, like seashore waves crashing. But the sound stops after like 5-6 seconds, and it's very faint.
All right. Well, so we've heard that, but we don't see any evidence. So we'll start moving forward. Nadia is gonna do her normal. She is gonna get up on the ceiling just because she doesn't trust the ground. She's gonna go up and she's gonna start poking along with her quarterstaff just along. I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything, but she's gonna search for traps as we move ahead. So how far do you want me to move it in a turn? Like my full distance, 45 feet, or?
I'll let you move all the way to the opening, because I'm assuming you'd probably get to that opening and then look around, right?
Nadia will move, but she's going to, stay to a side, hopefully.
Okay, so as you approach, Nadia can see pretty much basically what I've uncovered. So here the entrance tunnel leading into this area leads into a large cavern and seems to be supported by natural pillars of rock and 3 stalagmites. In the western part of the cave, behind the column of rock, are 3 bedrolls and a heap of ordinary supplies, supply sacks with food items, flour, salt, salted meat. There's some lanterns and oil around, some pickaxes, shovels, and other gear. Amid the supplies, you see the body of a dwarf miner, dead for at least a week. The northeastern section of the cavern has collapsed, forming a 10-foot wide, 20-foot deep pit. A sturdy hemp rope is tied off around a nearby stalagmite and dangles down the side of the pit, at the bottom of which is a rough-hewn tunnel leading, well, it looks like northwest and another one to the east.
All right. Well, and we don't see any critters or anything in here, right?
Nope. Rundgren goes over and immediately drops to his knees and starts crying, almost wailing, and reaches down and grabs the shirt of the dwarf and rolls him over and pulls his head up off the ground and kind of is cradling them there. And he's just kind of sobbing and saying the name, oh, Tharden, what happened?
No, Nadia is not going to go look in on Gundren. She's going to go over here and look over the edge and see if the cries and wailing, sobbing, arouse anything's interest.
Nope, everything seems to be pretty calm and quiet, other than, obviously something killed Gundren's friend.
Yeah. Well, I'm just staying here just in case. The rest of the crew can kind of figure out what they want to do. That Nadia is not, she has no attachment to the dwarf or anything.
Right. Dalen, go ahead and roll me a wisdom check.
Dalen's Oh, go ahead.
Or
What-
what's Dalen doing?
I was going to wander over, kind of keep an eye on Grundon to see if he needed any support, whatever, but also get an idea of how did the dwarf die? What can I tell about the way things are laid out over here?
You can give me medicine or investigation. Okay. Looks like he was killed with blades for the most part. Maybe he was stabbed a little bit. You're not sure if it was a thin knife or arrows or bolts or.
Can I tell whether he died here or came here or was brought back here after he died?
It's pretty evident that he died here.
Okay.
Now that you're looking around and you can see kind of the blood stain area where he bled out as he passed out and then finally died. You can see where he was kind of a little bit closer in the room. Based on he kind of crawled back here, maybe attempting to patch himself up, or you don't know, but no,
Okay.
this is where he fought and died. Gundren, go ahead.
I was gonna basically say if Gundren seems like he's okay without any comfort, I will wander over and let Nadia and basically the rest of the party know that it looks like he died here and probably was. I guess from the way you said it, it looked like he was attacked here as well. So
Gundren is just fine being left alone.
okay. So I just don't want to yell that across in front of him, but I'm going to let everybody know basically what I recognize on that.
Okay. Nadia, you said you were looking at the pit, or just looking?
Yeah, I'm looking at the pit, but when he says that information, you know, I'm making sure I'm looking to see if anything's approaching us or whatnot. You know, obviously, we're starting to make a noise and whatnot. But when Dalen, you know, tells us that stuff, you know, Nadia will be like, you know, well, we're at the end of the day. You know, Gundren pushed us, you know, to get here. You know, we probably ought to, you know, use this place as a camp. You know, maybe we can set up over in one of these corners and you know, rest for the night and figure out what we want to do.
Okay.
And the next thing I want to do, although some of it will depend a little on Gundren, is when he's recovered enough, I want to find out. We need to find out, is this one of his brothers, one of the just another dwarf? Who specifically is this? What can he tell us about?
Okay, well, that's why I wanted Dalen to give me a wisdom check.
I can do that too.
You know this is one of his brothers, because he spoke about them before and that they were supposed to meet up here ahead. And in fact, you remember that he had two brothers.
Right.
Hence the three pallets.
Right. Well, I remember there were two brothers. I just wasn't sure if they had brought anyone else or it was just the two of them.
No, evidently this was a tight-knit secret. And so you guys kind of make camp. Again, there's plenty of space. There's plenty of foodstuffs. You're going to recover for the evening. And eventually Gundren, you know, he wraps his brother up and takes him outside and kind of builds a cairn and covers him up. So then he comes back in. It's now really, really late, and he has, deeply red eyes. He's got, kind of the remnants of dirt and snot kind of in his beard that he's kind of wiping away a little bit, but some of it's dried. His hands are dirty and he's got some cuts on him from moving the rocks around. And kind of sits down.
I'm gonna let him know that whoever's responsible for this isn't going to last much longer.
He nods and he says, I appreciate that. It's evident to me that I probably shouldn't travel with you. I should probably just stay here and set camp and mind the animals. If they took both of my brothers together who are actively trying to keep watch, it's obviously not my place to go further. So I'll stay here.
Nadia cocks an eyebrow and says, I agree with you, but do you even think sitting in this cave is going to be safe for you?
Stay here, travel back. I'll stay.
Yeah.
But he does look, and he kind of looks at everybody in turn and says, but you killed that black spider. And I'm offering you 10% of whatever this mine makes, if anything.
So let's set up camp. I don't know if Jim, if you're going to need to run any roll any encounters or whatnot, but we want to do the same order of watch that we normally do.
Okay. Yeah, just have one person roll me a d20.
Bogner, go ahead. Just so you know, Jim, it's Bogner, Dalen, and then Nadia as far as the watch order. So we have to kind of adjust how we're set up based on that.
Right. Bogner, Dalen, or Nadia. So have Bogner roll me a 1d6, and that'll tell me. All right, so it'll be during Nadia's watch.
All right, so I'm just going to move people the way I think we should be. Jeff, you tell me if this is kind of how you view it.
Well, you won't be on top of each other.
No, but they're back in this corner, and these are 5-foot things, so there's not like there's. I mean,
probably like that, a little spread out.
So Nadia's kind of trying to keep watch around this stalagmite and between this natural rock formation here. Listening, watching, all that kind of good stuff.
Okay. So Nadia, roll me a perception and roll me an initiative.
Only Nadia for the initiative, or everybody?
Might as well just have everybody roll, because eventually. Okay. So Nadia, your perception is enough that you see, let's see where these are, 9 and 8. You see these sturges kind of fly up from the, just over the lip of the pit. And we are at round 0.
Do they appear to see us?
Yeah, you're not sure.
All right. Nadia will go ahead and, tell the rest, hey, we've got intruders. We got things to worry about. Try to wake them up.
Okay, so you're
And-
going to spend your action to wake up somebody or wake up 2 people? Or are you just going to
So-
call over your shoulder?
I'm gonna call over my shoulder is what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I'm calling over my shoulder, hey, we've got intruders. So I don't know who needs to roll for, to see if they wake up or not. But,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look and
I'll get there.
I'm going to go ahead and take my bow and try to shoot the closest one that I can see.
Okay, you're going to shoot the lead sturge that comes over. And you've seen these before.
Yeah.
Yeah, these bloodsuckers, they're no fun, literally.
But I missed it. And with that, though, I'm going to move a little bit. I'm going to move out of its direct line of sight and call it. You might want to lock tokens now. I know I only move like 5 feet.
Yeah.
But you might want to lock tokens.
Okay, so you take a shot. Let's see. No. The sturge flies up and over the lip and seems to be just kind of headed out. Doesn't seem to see you. See another sturge. It comes up over the lip and it heads towards the entrance. Doesn't seem to react. Wow. This sturge, he flies by. Maybe missing that sturge was the best possible thing he could have done.
Well, I didn't know if they could see me or not. I wasn't going to.
So far, they are oblivious. All right, Bogner, give me a Constitution saving throw. You are still sleeping.
Damn dwarf.
Who's the one who got him hung over yesterday?
Hey, I'm awake.
All right, Dalen, Constitution saving throw.
The advantage we have so far, anyway, is Bogner's snoring hasn't attracted them yet.
It must be very similar to this rhythmic. You wake up. Sure enough, you've been kind of tense, and so you literally sleeping with one eye open. But you do not have your heavy armor on. So go ahead and make sure you unequip that in your inventory so your AC is lower.
Yeah, I actually did that for me and Bogdan already.
Perfect. All right, you wake up. You can act. Let's see. What do you see?
Can he actually see it right now? Because he's got a pillar in front of him.
You can see some shapes over here. Some Sturgis flying in the outbound direction. That's probably all you can see.
I'm gonna pick up my javelin, but hold a attack on if they come closer.
Okay, if they turn at you, then you'll throw a javelin. Okay, sounds good.
So he can see. So that's how far he can. I mean, what's his dark vision?
60 feet.
60.
So he's able to tell that they're heading out.
Yep. Gundren wakes up, and he just kind of keeps himself crouched in the back. All right, Tertius, Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving.
All right.
Well, he wouldn't have been able to see anyway. We don't have a light source out, so.
Evander's still sleeping. And that Sturge flies out. Amazing.
Nadia looks over at Dalen and just says, puts her finger over her lips, shh, kind of motion. And she's going to see if they're all going to just continue their flight out. She's going to hold her bow action. If anything turns and comes her way, she's going to fire.
Okay. One keeps flying out. Another keeps flying out. Uh-oh. Let's see. Evidently oh, you didn't make a sound, but evidently something brought the Sturge, or there we go, pushing the wrong PTT key. So this one evidently heard something. Maybe Dalen picking up a shield, maybe who knows? Maybe Bogner snoring finally. But this one actually comes over to investigate.
Which one? I don't know which one you're talking.
9. That one there. So he gets, he'll get to about here, and then he recognizes a body, and you can see he's just going to become aggressive towards Bogner. So that would trigger your guys' attacks. You and Dalen.
You and Dalen.
Dalen or me first?
I'm going to go off Dalen since he had a held action from the last round.
Okay. So Dalen, you're javelin, I guess.
I have to keep moving windows on top of other windows. So.
Just right click and you can minimize stuff, so makes it easier.
Oh, right. Yeah. Some of them I was just I'll click on it and it won't come to the front. Oh, I have to double click. That kind of stuff.
Gotcha. And you
Damn.
miss. Flies off into the night and actually skips off the stone and clatters towards the cave entrance. Kind of makes a racket. All right, Nadia, your held action.
Sorry, I was trying to find who I was targeting.
All right, roll your damage. Just as it starts to begin its dive down to Bogner's prone form, kind of slips the javelin, but the arrow just takes it right through the chest, and it falls with a splat next to Bogner's form and kind of bumps him. Boop. He kind of just like waves his hand like, as he rolls over. All right. Let's see. Nope. Got another one coming. But let's see. No, he actually, he's going to dive bomb. Well, let's see. Can he get there and bomb him? 40 feet flight.
I'm assuming they have dark vision, right?
They do, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he flies down and he actually lands as he kind of lands and pokes Bogner, yeah. All right, so Bogner's prone and melee, so he's going to have advantage. Oh, and he hits. And Bogner is awake.
Not the best way to wake up, but
I just want to see the response. Where did he hit him?
Oh, just back. Probably in his back, right? If Bogner's curled over. All right, Bogner. Ow, son of a bitch.
So I'm awake, but I assume I'm prone.
Yes.
And it's attached to his back, right?
It is attached to you, yeah.
Is it a full action to stand up?
Nope, half your movement. And this thing's light enough that you can stand up and it'll just go right with you.
Okay. But if we think if it's attached to my back, do I have an effective attack on it other than standing up and then dropping back down to the ground again?
What if you just roll over on top of it?
Or yeah, that same type of thing. And yeah.
All right, so you wanna try to roll over and crush it, or?
Yeah.
Give me an athletics roll. Kind of treat it like a grappling since it's a physical movement.
Did you say acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics. Okay, roll me a d4. You roll over and kind of crush it beneath you.
Should I target it first, or?
Just a d4. Won't do any damage. It'll just be a die roll. I'll apply the damage. Oh, sure. That's enough. You roll over and it's kind of a red squishy mark underneath you, and
like a mosquito just popped on your back.
Pretty much.
Pretty
Yep.
much,
A
yeah.
big ass mosquito.
It's proboscis or whatever they call it. Just kind of releases and it slides off out of your side as you roll over.
Okay.
All right. So I'll say
And-
that gave you 5 feet of movement to do the roll. And what do you want to do now?
I am going to stand up and I guess I might be able to see Sturge too, but at this point, I'm just going to grab my Warhammer, and if something else comes and attacks me, I'm going to hit it.
Okay. Warhammer and shield kind of thing.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you will ready an action to smite whatever comes next to you. All right. Well, sure enough, after that and your cry out and everything else, Sturge 2 definitely knows you're here. He's going to fly in next to you. And he's going to give an attack, but you get your swing first.
So the roll, when he rolled over, that didn't count as his action? Just curious.
I chose not to since it was attached to him. It was really just kind of some of his movement. Yeah.
So,
Got it.
If it was a bigger creature, I might have said, all right, you got to like slam it or something. And I mean, these things have 2 hit points for crying out loud.
No, I'm cool with that. I just was curious.
It comes swooping in and it's fast, so you mistime it. And it's going to try to bite you. Whoop, I don't want to do that. Let's undo that. What'd you take? 1 point? Let's try and attack first. Okay, now we'll give you the point. All right. Dalen.
I assume I can walk over here and attack the Sturge.
You certainly can.
Is it attached to Wagner?
It certainly is. So I'm going to
Do
give
I
you...
hit?
What did we do last time? Disadvantage or just a -2?
You gave a disadvantage, and you also said where it was attached.
Yeah, so this is just in his kind of upper torso in front of him. So disadvantage to hit him.
Okay.
Of course, I'll make it more interesting. I'll say it doesn't take any disadvantage if you also don't care about damaging your party member.
I'm not that grumpy. I'll take disadvantage.
Okay, you miss. All right, Gundren's gonna... He's just gonna move over here between... Actually, you know, he's gonna slap Tertius awake. Smack, smack, smack. Get up, get up! All right, Tertius, you've been slapped awake. Gundren has said there's sturgeon.
That might not have been the smartest thing, because the first thing I think about is I'm rolling up and breathing fire at whatever just smacked me.
Hey, if he hits the Sturge also, that's okay.
No, it's a cone direction of Gundren. I'm sorry, that just struck me as funny. All right. So actually, so Jim, I don't know how I do this. So how surprised am I? So how deep asleep was I? So again, I that would be my first thought. Kind of like Bogner woke up. He got with the sturge. He just he rolls over on top of it. So I want to measure my surprise level. And if I'm over a certain level of surprise, let's say if I'm 75% surprised, I'm attacking Gundren. Or let's do 50-50. If I'm 50,
you can do any of that. So Gundren is waking Tertius up and saying, pointing over there would be an attack, So if you think Tertius is a heavy sleeper and takes him a second to orient, go ahead, roll what you want to roll and react accordingly.
All right.
This is one of those things you kind of have to remember that maybe this is just who that player is.
All right. So I said 50-50, and I said that the bottom 50 was going to be an attack on Gundren.
Okay.
Now I got to determine, am I going to actually do a breath weapon or am I going to do something else?
I like any of those options.
So I'm going to do another percentage chance. I'm going to do a 75% and under is going to be a light hammer attack. So like it's laying next to me, I just get up and I'm whacking whatever's next to me.
Okay.
Or 25%, I'm getting up and I'm breathing a cone of breath weapon on him.
Sounds great. He was having, evidently Tertius was having dragon dreams.
I am attacking Gundren with a breath weapon attack.
Poor Gundren.
Gundren needs to save.
If you kill him, we at least get 100% of the mine, right?
He does not
He failed his save. But he only takes 3 points of damage.
That's good.
Well, is anybody else going to be in the cone? I don't think so. I'm facing Gundren, so
no, nobody else will be in the cone.
All right.
Nadia probably looks over and goes, "What the hell?"
Well, Nadia's initial, I wouldn't have done that except for Nadia's initial, "Hey, wake up. We've got enemies," didn't wake anybody up. So Dalen was a light sleeper. Everybody else is like, they're out.
Yep. So Tertius finishes breathing flame all over Gundren. Gundren like just barely turns his face and beard away, covering his face up with his arm, and turns back. "What the hell did you do that for? They're over there." At which point, I would say Tertius is kind of, by the time we get to his next round, he'll blink and go, "Oh."
But when he hears that, he'll act sheepish.
Sure, but that'll be his turn.
Yeah. So he's done. Yeah. Evander needs to see if he wakes up.
Yeah, lot of fighting, some yelling, so it should be easier. Nope. Still sleeping.
Let's see if Gundren goes and slaps him awake.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. The Sturge. It comes flying over. And it's going to do an attack against Dalen. It's going to miss. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Nadia.
I'll move right there. I will try to hit that guy with a quarterstaff shot.
All right,
And,
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yep. You hit. And you kill it.
Now, can I still move and attack?
Yeah, absolutely. You got movement left, and you've got your monk martial arts bonus action offhand attack.
I just didn't know. I didn't know if I had to be attacking the same critter or if it was okay. So I'll move forward and I will try to hit this guy with an unarmed attack.
And you
But I'll miss him. And so I will end my turn.
I'm starting to think the stop, drop, and roll is the correct response.
Hey, I hit the one that was on Bogner.
Right. But Bogner's only other hit was his rolls, or anybody else's only other hit's been the rolls.
All right, Bogner. And you cannot reach Sturge 14 from where you are. But you have noticed more Sturges coming back from the entrance.
Can he squeeze between me and the rock formation or no?
For this and combat, I'd say you'd have to give me like a acrobatics check or something. But
Okay.
looks like he's gonna run around.
I was just curious.
So you come around, and sure enough, you find what you're looking for.
Yeah, this is one of those things where, okay, the map's in front. Now bring the combat tracker forward to make sure I've targeted the right guy. Now bring Bogner forward to actually attack the right guy. And I still miss. I'm swinging about as well as they're...
But you got woken up from a sleep, the deep sleep.
I know.
All right, Dalen.
So is this the one that attached to me?
It didn't hit you. It's not attached to you.
Oh, that's right. It missed me. That's right. I'm trying to target it. It's not letting me. Is it control click?
Yes. Left click on you, and then control left click on your target.
That was the problem. I had Bogner selected still.
Yeah, I have that all the time as DM. I can click and target anything to anything, so I have to pay attention. There you go. I did it for you.
Yeah, it was easier because I get one window up basically to do anything, and making sure I have Dalen selected is always the problem. Actions.
You hit. It dies.
I love the surprise in your voice, Jim. You hit.
Well, look at that. What else you want to do there, Dalen?
I'm going to move forward. Might as well somewhat tank so someone else can come hit this thing.
Okay. Gunjan's going to
pat the flames out of his beard.
come over here. Yeah. Get away from Tertius. Give him a look like not sure if Tertius is really, awake yet.
I got to mark my breath weapon off.
but then it comes over here and wakes up Evander, slaps him awake. All right, Tertius.
He didn't learn his lesson. Tertius is now awake, and he saw that Gundren pointed him, that direction. So he's looking down. He can see that there's a Sturge over there. I'm going to move a little bit closer.
Yep, you kind of step over the now somewhat awake form of Evander.
I'm just going to try to do a produce flame on that guy.
Okay. Nah, I'm going to say he's not obstructed. Go for it.
But I'm going to miss anyway. Evander's turn.
I think Evander is probably going to start laughing at Gundren's beard.
Smoke out of here.
Evander wakes up and he goes, "What the hell happened to you? What's attacking us?" Gundren kind of mutters, something about druids under his breath. Evander is going to get up, stand up, and...
Get up, stand up. Oh, sorry, I thought you were doing that.
I had the same song come to my head, too.
I love it how we're all kind of right there. Just, 4 words. Too funny. All right. He's going to throw out some vicious mockery. "Oh, no, you didn't attack us in the middle of the night." And it's going to fail. But it doesn't die.
It wasn't that upset.
Well, it is just a Sturge.
He's like, yeah, I attacked you. That's right.
Oh, that hurt, but I don't die.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
All right.
Yep, Nadia, you're up.
I move up to here. And I will try to hit him with my staff.
Alrighty, go ahead and target him.
I miss.
I
Try to hit it with my extra attack here.
That hit him. And that killed him.
I have a little bit more movement and seeing that there's one more Sturge over. Nadia's going to position herself on the opposite side in case Bogner's sleep-addled mind still can't hit this one.
Very nice. All right, well, the Sturge is going to take an attack at what's in front of him, and he's going to miss. And Bogner can retaliate.
And I get advantage on this one, right?
You do. Good thing, too.
So what was the advantage for? I don't recall that.
Flanking, opposite sides.
Oh, well, now we are. Okay, yeah, because I moved there. I got you. Perfect. I was doing that for my own purposes, but I forgot he got the same effect.
And it's dead. All right.
That was fun.
So you don't hear any more. Let's see. Does your Dalen? Does your land hands recover every full day or short rest?
That's a Good question. I was thinking it was long rest, but when I click on the thing, it doesn't come up with any detail.
Yeah, go to your. That's because you haven't copied any over from your abilities tab.
I'm on. Oh, that's right. I'm on the actions tab. Yeah, it replenishes when I take a long rest.
All right. Okay.
But it should be full because we had a full long rest. I mean, he hasn't used it yet.
Yeah, he hasn't
Right.
used yet.
All right, so we can all group back up. We were camping.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't know if you want to release. I don't know if you want to release tokens or not, but
sure.
How much more of an evening or night or rest period are we looking at? That happen
I'll say
right
you guys can take a short rest just to finish. It's kind of really just the end of your evening. So there's
I don't think anybody used. I mean, Tertius is the only one that used an ability.
Right.
If it does. Healing Word's a spell, right? It's like a first level spell or something.
It is. Gundren's going to just suggest that you guys take a. So, way I'm figuring is this is the end of your long rest because it was towards the end of Nadia's watch. So, you guys already had your 8 hours.
Right.
I don't know if the breath was. I was looking to see if a breath weapon is a long rest or a short rest. I think it's long, but it doesn't tell me.
Let's take a quick look. Nope, you'll get it after a short or long rest.
Okay, so I mean, Tertius will vote for a short rest. I mean, if we hadn't already done that.
Yep, Gundren does. He uses his 1 hit die, and he actually heals himself.
Tertius looks sheepish at the fact that Gundren's got a little singed beard, but he doesn't apologize. He's just like, kind of looking sheepish, like, oh, looks sorry, but doesn't say he's sorry.
Right. And Gundren just kind of waves him off, like, don't worry about it. But he's probably not going to wake Tertius up again. At least not like that.
I wouldn't have done that except for that he slept through the initial Nadia saying, "Hey,
I like it. I think it's great. So Bogner, if he wants to use one of his hit die for his short rest to recover those 3 hit points, or if he doesn't want to, that's fine. But you have
I'm going to hold off.
Okay. And I think, what is Bogner's second wind? No, it's short or long rest. So, tell you what.
Oh, is it one short? Okay.
Yeah, so you can use your second wind, and then I'll apply a short rest to everybody again.
Okay. So I just drag that onto myself?
Yep.
Or
just drag the healing icon onto yourself. Or you should just be able to left click on it. All right, there you go. All right. You guys take a short rest, stop the bleeding, fix yourselves up, and looks like you're ready to go. So again, you're at the edge.
Yeah, I just kind of positioned us, so we're leaving Gundren here. We tell him good luck. Keep an eye out. You just saw that a bunch of Sturges came through. You can't be lax.
He says aye.
And Nadia will first look over and see if she can hear anything out of either of the tunnels.
Perception check.
I was getting there.
Nope.
Okay. So Nadia says, "Hey, I'll go down first. I'll see, I'll see what I can see because I can just run back up this slope if I need to."
So the slope for this pit, it's a collapse pit, so it's not like smooth, solid.
No, but there's a rope I can hang on to.
Yes, absolutely. I was just saying that you just can't walk down the edge like you have on other worked surfaces.
Nope, I'm by the rope. I'm coming down the rope, and I'm holding onto it until I can take a gander down at the bottom. I'll start here.
Okay.
These guys can move up and kind of look and be ready in case something attacks me.
Yep. No problem to get down below.
Okay, so I'll look first out the I'll look towards the tunnel that's, what is it, southeast.
So the southeast tunnel?
Yeah, I don't know if I can see anything or not from here.
Well, from there, no, not really. If you move.
Okay, well, I'll move towards where I can see it. That's cool.
Okay, now you can start to see. And looks like a tunnel for the most part.
Might be something going up north.
Looks like as soon as it branches in a little bit, it looks like maybe it opens up from 10 feet to something taller, but you're not quite sure how much taller.
Okay. Nadia will do the same thing over on the other side. Being stealthy and all that kind of good stuff, so. You need a stealth check?
Always. Okay. Don't see anything.
All right, so she'll come back kind of to the middle where she can indicate to the other folks, "Hey, come on down. It's it's open. I don't see any issues." So each one's gonna follow that rope down.
To me, the map now looks like a dwarf ragdoll with the arms thrown up in the air, wearing a dress.
Do you need any rolls, or can they all make it down the slope? No problem with the help of the rope.
Yeah, I'll say no problems with the rope. Everybody can make it down.
All right, so Nadia lets people know, hey, down to the one side, it's a tunnel, and looks like it opens up into a another tunnel, and then even further on, maybe an open area. Up to the north, same kind of thing. It's got another tunnel. It looks like it might have some branches out there, and then continuing on is what I could see. At this point, one way is probably as good as the other.
Yeah, I'd say let's go left, but that'll depend on which direction we're facing.
Well, if I'm looking at the map, left is going to be the northwestern.
Yeah,
just based on that. So, I mean, I Nadia's like neither one. I couldn't hear anything. Nothing.
Should be somebody's
visual,
bedtime.
Open area.
Yeah.
Bed.
All right, so we'll set up, Jim.
Okay. What do you have for a light source? You still got Tertius with his produce flame.
Tertius is going to produce flame for him and Evander. Nadia and the rest have dark vision. Take a look at something real quick. Technically, I could give the other two dark vision, but it would take all of my key, so I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I may need my key. All right. So, how high is the tunnel? Is it also like a 10-foot type deal?
Yeah. So as you come in, yeah, it's 10 feet, and as you get further in, I'll give you some more descriptive, but it's from what you can see, it's 10 feet tall.
All right. Well, Nadia will go ahead, and she's still going to look for traps. I'm not going to go on the ceiling. I'm going to kind of use my quarterstaff out in front of me as much as possible, and I'm going to come up to this corner and see what I can see.
Okay. Let me uncover some more map, and then I'll give you this description here. So the area consists of numerous intersecting passages. Ceilings here are actually only 6 feet high, so it narrowed, and several of the passages end in partially excavated rock faces.
Okay, and I don't see any critters, nothing anywhere.
Nope.
All right, so let's move the rest of the party up. And Jeff, I'll just start moving us.
Okay. Bogner would, as he comes in, he would be able to tell you that the partially excavated rock faces are probably spots where the Dwarven miners weren't seeing any particular veins, and so they stopped mining.
Okay. So Nadia will indicate that we got a dead end, but a passage north off to the east. We've got this northern passage we can see, and then it looks like we got a couple of different directions we could go if we go west. So folks have a preference. Nadia would vote continue going left. That's just from the fact that I don't like the pencil like marks on my hands as I'm mapping out stuff.
No, my vote's to continue going left also.
Okay. Yeah, it's funny how old school things still influence our behavior.
It's so funny. Cassie was drawing, and she's getting actually pretty good at drawing anime. But half of her drawings, because she doesn't like think from left to right or right to left, she just draws as she sees it. She's got like places where she's blurred the drawing because she's dragging her hand over it. So I've been trying to teach her that do all your outlines, and that's all kind of good. But then when you start trying to like do your shading and all that stuff, you got to go from left to right.
Or at least figure out how to do it without resting your hand on it, right?
Well, I told her the other thing is get a Kleenex or get something else that you can put your hand on.
Yep.
All right, so Nadia will actually move out to here and see if there's any more she can see from this perspective.
Okay.
Nadia will look back at the group and it's a long tunnel. I don't see anything else. Do I hear anything down the tunnel?
No. Other than, every 2-3 minutes, you guys hear that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Nadia will continue down. She's going to come to here and see what she can see.
Looks like 2 partially excavated surfaces where miners just ended.
All right. So based on that, I figure we're just going to go again the left to right. Jeff, is that cool with you?
Yep.
So again, I'm poking along with my staff all the time. So Jim, in case I don't say it, I am doing that the whole time. I am trying to be somewhat stealthy.
All right, go ahead and give me a
So
stealth
whenever
check.
you need me to give me a stealth check. Whenever you need me to do a roll, okay. I just don't want to have to say it all the time. It's very repetitive. So if you need me to say it all the time, I will. But otherwise, I'm always doing that.
Sure.
All right. So do I see any more? Or you already opened that up? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So again, we don't see anything. Move up here and look around the corner. Jim, you and I are both moving at the same time, apparently.
Oh, for
just moving tokens to kind of keep them in line.
oh, somebody else was moving them.
Oh, maybe it was.
Yeah, you moved up, so I moved up a couple also.
I was trying to help you.
Yeah, if you guys want to move all the player tokens, that's fine. Then I can just keep focusing on trying to uncover as we go.
All right, so I'll let folks know again. So I don't see any critters or anything, right?
Nope, no critters.
You let me know when I need to do another stealth check or anything like that. But again, I'm constantly doing that. So do we want to continue going north and then look at the left? Look west?
Yeah.
All right, so we move up to there, and I look down the western tunnel there, Jimmy. All right, well, this one I'll let just kind of letting the guys know I'm going to keep going. At this point in time, we've been traveling a little bit, so I'm assuming they can kind of understand my hand gestures. That we've got a tunnel that's going down, and then for a little bit, and then we're going north.
Yeah, I would think that we would understand that.
All right. Now again, Jim, you just let me know when I need to roll anything again, please.
Yep.
So having that stout aged Jameson early, and then I had a Founders All Day IPA. Then I went to a regular Jameson. Regular Jameson, because I've already got my buzz on, is perfect.
I need to try regular Jameson again one of these days. It's been a while. I think the last time I had the last time I had a regular Jameson, in some ways, it's kind of like your stout aged one because it was an Irish car bomb.
All right, so we see that this is a dead end here as well. So Nadia will start up. I'm just moving tokens behind her.
Tertius, give me a perception check. So as you guys resettle, and Evander comes around the corner and he sets his hand on Tertius's shoulder. Tertius looks over his shoulder to look at Evander, kind of acknowledges him. He sees something out of the corner of his eye, and everybody roll initiative.
It must have rolled a really bad roll for initiative.
It did. All right, Tertius.
Nadia rolled a 2.
Jelly.
All right, so isn't Dalen first?
Nope. Tertius is the one who recognizes what's going on, so that's where we are.
Okay, gotcha. Tertius sees the jelly, and he goes ahead.
How did you pop this off? I feel like I'm tarted.
And
squeeze.
Does it produce flame on it?
And just pull down. Just slides out, I think.
So wait, I hit it, right? Okay.
Yeah, it should just. I
Wounded
just
it.
pushed that and slid it out.
All right, so Tertius will go ahead then.
Something like
after
that.
He does
It
that.
just popped
You
out.
want to lock tokens?
Sorry, wife's talking to me here real quick.
Okay.
Okay, she was having Fitbit issues.
Samsung Gear Fit, not a Fitbit.
You want to lock tokens?
Yeah, I believe tokens are locked.
They are now.
Samsung Gear Fit, she wanted me to say.
Well, of course, she's got to have a Samsung. That's way better than a Fitbit.
So that's what you guys see. Kind of this amorphous blob with pseudopods or something sticking out of it.
I always wondered what ochre was.
And Tertius will run back down that other tunnel. He's trying to get out of the way and allow other people to be able to do what they want against this thing.
And yeah, Tertius gets all the way over there, no problem. I had to make sure it didn't have crazy reach or anything, but it doesn't.
Oh, next person's turn. My bad.
Evander. All right. Evander's gonna just back away down the hall and a little bit off to the side. I'll put him there. And he's gonna shoot a crossbow at it. And he's gonna miss. So startled that he was. But he's gonna give some bardic inspiration to Dalen.
Okay. So first thing is, Nadia is going to be like, do I know what this thing is?
Nature check. No. You've done a lot of wandering, but it was mostly outdoors.
Okay. So I'm going to move just a little bit so that I have what I think is a straight shot. Moving like 2.5 feet to the to the right, and then I'm gonna try to hit it with a arrow.
No problem. Straight shot. Okay.
And just so that I'm not like in Evander's way, if he wants to, I'm going to move back 5 feet. My turn will be done. If he wants to be able to step out, get a good shot, I'm out of the way.
All right, Bogner. Bogner's going to step up. Now you got your AC turned on. You got your armor re-equipped.
Yeah, I just did that while
Good.
that you were doing just previously. And I'm gonna beat on this with my Warhammer.
Oh, you do. Okay, some pretty good damage. All right. The jelly climbs up the wall to the left, kind of gets up about head height, and tries to strike out at you, Bogner, and misses. All right, Dalen.
It's not quite far enough to be on the opposite side, is it? Not that
No.
I'm sure that
Not quite.
I'm not sure that he can be. He's the kind of thing that can be any attack that way anyway, but still.
Well, let's see. He's really up on the wall, right? So, yeah, you could probably. I'd say you can get there. Because he's really kind of on. Yeah, well, he's really this pudding jelly, whatever. It's on the wall, it crawled up. So that floor space is technically open, so you can move there. So you would have advantage to attack. And you hit.
And I'm not going to use smite on this one.
Okay. So
Which
you bring
is probably good.
You bring your blade down, and you cleave right into the center of it.
And I do nothing. Okay. That's good to know.
And it
You
splits in two.
So basically, don't do that again. Might be the order of business.
All right, next turn. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull that one that again. All right.
Okay, so can Tertius see that, or that's around the corner, right?
Yeah. It's around the corner now.
I moved there.
He can see not one but two now.
Ah! All right.
Thankfully, they're both slightly smaller than the large one.
So I will hit the one that I had initially targeted, I guess, because I'm still targeted on it. It's the one closest to Bogner. I will try to hit that with a breath weapon attack. Or no, with the produce flame attack, sorry.
Okay. You'll hit. Okay.
I'll move right up against the wall over here, 5 feet.
Expecting some arrows from over your shoulder, you press yourself clear.
Yeah, I know that there's people behind me. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm just getting out of the way.
All right, you done?
Sorry, I forgot to hit the arrow.
Evander's going to move down. He's going to take another bow shot. He's going to hit this time for a little bit of damage. And then knowing where those things are, he's going to move to this side for the same purpose that Nadia moved out of the way for him. And it's her turn.
Nadia's going to move here. I am going to attack with a bow. I say hit, but my rolls are inconsistent. And then Nadia, again, knowing that Evander might want to move back in, she's going to move back up to the middle of that square. I think I went too slow. No.
That's fine.
Go up.
That's fine.
Gotcha.
There.
All right, Bogner.
All right, I'm attacking Poker 4. Another Warhammer attack.
Yeah, you hit. And a little bit more damage.
It's still heavy.
And I'm going to hold at that.
Don't cleave it in twain.
Yeah.
And it comes around and kind of slams down on you. Oh, and it hurts. It hurts bad. Not so much the punch, but the acid associated with it.
Ow.
Yeah, that critical didn't help.
This jelly drops down, moves over here. Dalen, you get an opportunity attack.
Oh, yay. Can I have switched to my javelin for that opportunity attack, or do I get to try to cut it in half again?
You can drop your sword and pull your javelin out if you wish, and then you can try to stab it with your javelin. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Actually, let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Nope, this is a reaction. So no, the only thing you have is your sword. You can do an unarmed attack.
Sword it. Unarmed attack, it might cause you damage.
Yeah, I know. That's my worry. Yeah, I'm not gonna... I guess I'm not going to attack it. For the opportunity attack, anyway.
Okay, so I added an unarmed attack. If you're not proficient and you don't get your base damage, your base modifier. So it's basically a 1d4.
Yeah, but he said he's not going to do it.
I know, but, it's there now if he cares to think about it in the future. Okay? All right. It's going to take an attack on Bogner. And it's going to miss. All right, Dalen. Now you can drop and pull.
Yeah, I'm going to switch to my javelin.
Gonna stab the mother.
And he does.
I'm gonna stab it. Stab it.
And I am going to smite it this time. So do I just click on the effect and it applies to myself?
Let's see. Yeah, because I changed it, right, to be an effect.
Right.
Yeah, so...
Yes.
Yep, apply the effect to yourself. You should just be able to just click on it. Since it's self, it'll automatically hit you. You only had to do it once. I'll take one away. There you go.
Oh, I had started to drag it, and then I undragged it, but that might have applied.
Yeah, it automatically triggered to you, since it's a self effect. All right, go ahead and roll your damage. Wow, max damage, and you only needed 1 point, but you...
That fucker is dead.
It's almost instant dead. I think you were just a couple points away from instant death.
It's truly jelly now.
That's right. All right, what else would you like to do?
Can I move so is it possible to get this guy flanked so Bogner would have the advantage on it?
Not from there, but if you move like right behind it, Bogner could move on his turn.
Oh, that's a good point.
No, you can move there. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're nicer than me. I would have said that he could have moved and then Bogner would have had to move to be flanking him.
No, I just said he can move there. I didn't say anything about flanking.
Well, that's what he was asking about flanking.
From what you think, yeah, you would think you'd get yourself flanking from here.
Okay. I will think that I'm flanking there, and I guess that'll be it. And I will learn whether I am or not soon.
All right. Tertius.
Burn!
Couple more points. Very nice. All right.
I want to see you mock an ochre jelly.
Do you say that, Tavender? he turns and he looks at the jelly and he says, "You're so nasty, toast wouldn't even have you."
Toast wouldn't even have.
He's the worst mocker ever. Oh, but it fails.
Of course it does.
And takes 3 points of damage.
It's a multi-souled organism without a central brain. Of course it failed.
Of course it does. That's pretty funny. Well, that's the funny of Vicious Mockery. It just says if it can hear you, it doesn't even have to understand you. So that's just the magical effect of Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is that it's a
Oh, doesn't make it any less hilarious. Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Oh, wait. The scientist in me is coming out.
How is that even possible?
Yeah. At least with the command spell, it says the creature has to understand the language you're saved in.
All
I
right,
speak
Nadia.
Hokum jelly. All right.
It's kind of, you speak Groot? It was an elective in school.
That's awesome. All right. I am gonna hit him with my short bow. Oh, yes, I am gonna hit him.
You will. And
And
do
I've
some
done
damage.
Heavy. He's heavy. And Nadia's just gonna stand right here because she figures Evander knows now that he can move in and out.
Yep.
That wasn't a sexual reference either.
This time.
She's not attracted to Evander.
Yep. He's too pretty, isn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of. It's not really the pretty thing. It's kind of the kind of full of himself bardish thing.
Yeah. Well, and he's part courtesan, a little bit of a fop. Yeah. So yeah, he's
That's the whole. Exactly. The too much of himself.
Yeah, he's kind of a pretty boy.
All right. So does Bogner get advantage on this or no?
Yes, he does.
So you are standing on the wall, Dalen.
He's pressed right up against it.
Oh,
and the hammer
yeah.
splats it into enough little pieces that it can't do anything.
He made jelly of the jelly.
All right.
So now that we've finished that, I gotta ask. So is it a cutting attack that actually or slashing attack that allows it to split in two, or was that just a special ability?
That's what it looked like happened. It looked like the blade didn't do any damage to it. It just kind of made it into two.
Okay.
So Evander's going to come around and he's going to give a Cure Wounds to Bogner here at first level. Ugh, that's pathetic.
I can heal the rest of it with land hands.
Don't wait. You guys always forget about Tertius, so please.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We're done with the battle. At this point, we're discussing, and we're seeing that people are damaged and whatnot. So
yeah. So Evander was going to give him one Cure Wounds just to kind of, here you go. You also have some healing potions, which Evander will probably give.
We don't want to use the healing potion right now because Bogner could probably use that better on his own.
Right. Well, Evander has 3, so he's thinking I could probably give you 1.
Well, but so does Bogner has 3 as well. But right now we'll go ahead and use what we can use. Tertius hasn't used anything yet. Tertius will also do a Cure Wounds on Bogner.
Okay.
So
can't do any worse than Evander did.
Targeting him. I'm doing a heal. Right?
Yeah, under the Cure Wounds. Yeah, it's just the heal. Nice.
So he's a little bit better off.
Yep. And then Bogner, if he wants, he can use his second wind, or not.
Might not be a bad idea. I mean, you don't want to go in battle with 12 points already down.
Yeah. I was looking at the second wind is a D10 plus something, I think. Wrong here.
I think D10 plus is level.
So I don't know. 4.
So he'll get 5 naturally. He gets 7.
So
there you go.
Yeah, definitely. There we go. He's good now. He's still a little bruised, but he's not gonna drop if somebody smacks his ass. All right. So our tokens released. Yes, they are. Good. Nadia will go ahead and, so we've recovered from the ochre stuff. I'm assuming that was there any treasure that we saw?
Not on the ochre, no.
Okay. Well, I thought that they carried stuff. Maybe that's just a gelatinous cube.
I think that was Baldur's Gate, where every slime, ochre, whatever you dropped had a scroll inside it.
I'm not even thinking of Baldur's Gate. I'm thinking of actually D&D. I don't think the ochres did.
Right.
I think the gelatinous cubes actually would hold items.
Well,
Right.
magic items, because everything else it would slowly dissolve. Yeah.
Right. No, absolutely. But I
No.
don't think the ochres ever did that.
No, you don't see anything on it. Just little splotches all
right.
over the walls.
Nadia will move up to there.
All right, let me uncover.
And I'm just trying to move things quicker. Because we tend to, as a group, move very, very fucking slow.
Yeah, we do.
So as you come in,
we're appreciating the walls.
a still pool fills much of this cavern. The water is dark, revealing little of what might lie within. The shore of the pool consists of a thin layer of broken shells from strange, pale mussels, and there's a fishy odor that hangs in the air.
I bet there's something alive inside the water.
How high is the ceiling in this cavern?
Looks like it's gone up to about 20 feet now.
All right. So, fishy odor in the air and all that kind of stuff. Nadia's not going to go near the water, but she's going to go ahead and she's going to climb up the wall where she's at, and she's going to go up to the ceiling, and then she's going to move into the room. And she's going to stay on the ceiling, and she's going to move over to about here and see if she can see what else is in this room.
Okay. You see that there's the passage, of course, from the south that you came through. There's a set of steps leading up to the east, and then the stream seems to be kind of flowing out of a little cave from the northeast.
All right, so Nadia is going to go ahead and indicate to the rest of the group that she wants them to stay near the wall. She doesn't want them going towards the water. She's a little leery of, an underground, lake or pond as it might be. I'm going to move up and I'm going to look around the corner. And so as the other group guys grew up, I'm going to move Bogner, Jeff.
Okay.
I want him to be like moving up on the wall and you to be right behind him. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I just want him to skirt. Oh, hey, somebody moved Tertius.
Yeah, I figured I would.
I always move Tertius before Evander. I figure Evander is picking up the end. All right, so that's what I see, Jimmy.
Yep, that's what you see. You see kind of a little door over there.
All right, so I'm going to indicate to Bogner, because he's the closest, that he can come up to where I'm at, but I want him to hold. I don't want him to move anywhere else, because what I want to do is, because I'm on the ceiling, and I want to walk across, and I'm going to go again up at the edge, because you said it's about 20 feet. I just want to look up where the stream, the inlet is going to go. So Bogner would come up to here, Dalen right behind him. That's kind of how I want to see it. So I just want, Nadia wants to see what's up that direction.
Okay. So as you come up, you actually wade down into the water just a little bit, and it doesn't go too deep.
I'm on the ceiling.
Oh, you are on the ceiling? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm on the ceiling.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
This is 20 feet high, you said, and so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get out of the way.
Okay, so you're gonna have to walk down the wall because the top edge of that passageway is only 2 to 3 feet above the water.
Okay, well, I just want to try to peer around the corner. I mean, I'm keeping an eye on the regular lake area. I don't want to, you know, I'm not trying not to disturb anything. I just want to see what's going on up that direction.
Okay, it looks like a passageway, and that passageway looks like it extends, you know, about that far. Give me a perception check as you look down into the pool of water. Yeah, from where you are, the water's picked up enough that it's rippling as it starts to flow out of the cave that you really can't see much underneath.
But I mean, the passageway is filled with water. It's not like we could walk there anyway.
Oh, you could actually. It's only about 2-3 feet deep, and there's a 2-3 foot gap above it, so it's about a 6 foot high tunnel. Looks like you could easily drop down and wade.
I could determine that from where I'm at.
Yes.
No problem. Okay. Well, based on that, I'll move back to the group and tell them. I mean, I'm not sure anybody's going to be keen on walking through the water, but I'll let them know it. You know, hey, here, that's what I saw up that way.
Okay. Let's say, did you see any? Evander asked you, did you see anything in the pool?
I didn't see anything in the pool. I saw that the water's flowing, you know, from the north. Looks like it's 2 or 3 feet deep, as if we wanted to walk up through there. But you know, I didn't see anything.
This is okay.
So you know, I'll ask the group, and you know, Nadia's of the opinion, I don't want to go through the water. We can't see what we're running into there. But you know, I'll still give the option. I'd prefer to go up the steps and, you know, take my chances.
I mean, Tertius and Wagner would have a better idea of what might be in the water. Just Wagner, because it's underground.
You want him to step over to the edge and take a look?
Well, why would Wagner have a better idea of what would be in the water?
It's an underground cave. Maybe he has an idea. I don't know.
Well, I don't know what Wagner knows.
Tertius is most likely who would have any idea.
Well, but if I'm not seeing anything, Nadia didn't see anything, I don't know that Tertius would. He's probably going to be exactly the same. I'm not going to get through something that's going to like all of a sudden jump out and grab me.
Yeah,
not seeing anything.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of with you there too. I kind of expect there's something in there, but there's always that completionist thing. Wait, did we look underneath the water?
All right, so are we going to try to look around in the water, or are we going to go ahead and go up the stairs?
I'll take a...
Okay. Evander was going to look, but after all your talk, he's like a little freaked out now. He's like, maybe I don't want to look.
Nadia is like, I'll stand on the ceiling and look. I mean, I'm hoping that me being 20 feet above the surface, nothing can reach me, but you know, I can't peer through the surface. I can only see so far.
I'll take a look from like not even that far.
Okay.
Okay. Well, give me a perception check. Oh. All right. So you look down in the water, and at first you were going to look away, but then you kind of bend down just a little bit to change your angle a little bit. And you seem to see a body underneath the water, only about only about 10 feet from the shore, and probably only about 10 feet under the water. Looks humanoid in shape. Looks dead. That's about all you can see.
So I do have a grappling hook and a fishing tackle.
All right.
I could always try to. The grappling hook's going to sink, so I could try to fish it out with the grappling hook.
Yes,
I
you can
mean,
do that.
that's good. We're not going to go into it. So Nadia's like, yeah, you see a dead body. Maybe we find something on it. Let's go ahead and fish it out.
Okay.
So are you going to use the fishing tackle, or are you going to use rope?
I'll use the rope and the grappling hook.
That probably makes more sense, because this is probably a good, 5 to 10 pounds.
Well, a dead body would be heavy.
Yeah, the fishing tackle probably wouldn't pull it up, and I'm sure the body wouldn't take a bite out of it. Or at least I kind of hope the body wouldn't take a bite out of it.
Give me an athletics check. Okay, sure. That's enough to throw it out there, and it kind of sinks down past, and you slowly drag back, and you hook the body as you're dragging it up. Okay, and as you pull it out to the surface, it is indeed a skeleton of a humanoid, and looks like there's, looks like robes, but they're half decayed, half got that slimy lichen, underwater lichen on it, maybe some algae. Some little very tiny little cave fish like flops out from a robe rib cage and splashes into the water as you pull it free. And you've got yourself looks like maybe a skeleton of a wizard. You want to inspect it?
Yeah, I'll inspect it.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll.
It's a skeleton of a wizard.
I was going to have Evander assist you, but he'll, let's see if he helps. Okay, so you look on the hands, and you see a ring on one of its hands, and it's kind of hard to miss, but there's a wand in that same hand. It's kind of clutching.
All right.
Might as well take them, although they didn't help him much.
Well, we can take them and we can identify them later. While after we've
right.
And we don't want to waste any of Evander's abilities at this point. So let's move on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
So the rings look like they're platinum.
Have we? Has anything else? I mean, us disturbing this, has it? Anything like showed up, or are we
No.
cool?
Nothing's
All
jumped out of the pool or anything like that.
Well, Nadia will move up this direction.
Okay, go ahead and give me another.
Sneak.
And is everybody else trying to be sneaky too?
I don't know. I know Nadia's always trying to be sneaky, and she's trying to stay at least 10 feet ahead of everybody else. So I don't know if everybody else is. Tertius is not concerned with being sneaky. He thinks he's as far back. He's far enough back where he doesn't need to worry about it. I don't know about Clanky and Clanky Jr.
Yeah, we're trying to stay back a little ways, but we're probably not focusing on sneakiness.
Okay. So I'm going to say you're at the bottom of the stairs then, trying to hold still. Okay,
Sure.
Nadia, what do you want to do now?
Well, I looked, and I'll turn around and tell him, hey, south, got a dead end. To the east, looks like we've got a door, and to the north, we've got more stairs going up, and I can see that they're going up, and we might have like some passages up there, but I can't tell at this point.
Yep, you see stairs going up, and now you're back in cut chambers, so the ceiling is definitely down to 6-7 feet high. So as you come in, you're really kind of forced back to ground.
Oh, I was back on the ground. I should have just said that, but no, good point. So, Nadi's like, I think we still keep going north. Let's see what let's go ahead. I mean, south is close it off. I don't want to mess with the door. You know what? We'll listen at the door real quick and see if we hear anything through it though.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Nadia will move up to there, and we'll try to see if she hears anything.
You do. You hear some guttural language.
So while I may not understand the different languages, would she, at least understand that, this is Orcish? I don't understand what they're saying, but it's Orcish. I mean, we've been exposed to orcs, we've been exposed to goblins and bugbears.
It all sounds very similar. Yeah, that same guttural type tone.
Okay.
Which
So
doesn't surprise you, since the bugbears were sent to Cragmaw Castle by the Black Spider.
All right, so Nadia will pull back to where the rest of the group is and say, "Hey, we got a passage north, nothing in it. We've got a passage south. It's a dead end, and then we've got this door. And behind the door, I can hear, I don't know if it's goblins, orcs, or bugbears or whatnot, but they're all speaking one of those languages that kind of sounds like a goblin or orc or a bugbear. Do we want to bypass them? Do we want to go ahead and take a look in there? What do we want to do, guys?
Well, if we bypass them, there's always the risk they'll come out behind us.
Absolutely. Nadia knows what she wants to do, but she recognizes that we've got some strong personalities in our group, and she doesn't want to assume for everybody that what she wants to do is what everybody wants to do.
Yeah, Evander's like, well, I mean, we could try to burst in on them and just maybe cast silence and just take them on, or I could, try a sleep spell or something. I mean.
So Nadia will look at Evander and go, "Do you know do you have silence memorized as a spell?"
I don't. I thought you could do something like that.
Well, I can, but I've only got so much key.
No, just an option.
Agreed. You know what? Let's do this, guys. Nadia will offer this up. You guys stay here. I'm gonna go crack that door. Hopefully they won't hear me. I'll be as quiet as a mouse. I'm gonna crack the door open. I'm gonna see what I can see.
I love it when players drink.
What was that?
I was just teasing you, saying I love when players drink. No, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and give me a stealth check for cracking the door.
All right. Well, I'm asking them. Well, before I do that,
Oh, sure.
what do you guys think? Is you guys want me to do that?
I'm open for going in there and killing whatever's in there because they don't sound like they sound like the kind of creatures that really shouldn't be wandering the earth.
All right. So we will try to crack the door open before we allow Dalen to just like go willy nilly. My stealth check.
Okay.
Here, cracking the door open. I'm gonna have had them. I mean, I'm gonna have wanted them to move like up to the top of the stairs. If shit starts attacking me, I don't want them to like. I don't want to be 1 on 100. So, I'll crack the door. 3-4 inches.
Okay.
Unless we're using the metric system. Sorry, that's due to my daughter's math.
Yeah. No, that was. I smirked. You see one bugbear over here, and he seems to be kind of looking through something on the ground just outside of your field of vision, and he's looking up and he's kind of talking or barking, pointing at some things further in the room. You see a conversation. You hear a conversation back.
All right, so Nadia will move back in. She's gonna leave the door cracked. I'm gonna be talking as quiet as I can possibly talk. I'm gonna tell the group, hey, it's bugbears, or at least some of them are bugbears. Maybe there's other stuff in there. I only saw one, but I only cracked the door 4 inches. So, what are we gonna do? You guys want to go in and clear them out, or try to clear them out, or you want me to close that door and we move north?
Evander's like, well, yeah.
Nadia's vote.
I'm not a big fan of leaving stuff
clear
behind
out.
us.
Yeah, I'm not either.
All right, so Nadia is going to say, well, sounds like you tanky guys need to get in front of us, in front of me.
Yep.
So it's just a matter of, is Bogner leading the charge or is Dalen leading the charge?
Dalen is 1 more hit point right now, so I'll lead the charge.
All right, Nadia will be right between the two of you, behind you, and we have the other two bringing up the rear. We got a nice 5-sided die.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Dalen and Bogner each roll a stealth check just to see how well they kind of burst in upon the occupants of this room.
Do we get disadvantage automatically or?
Automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, just roll a stealth.
Okay.
Wow, that's really good.
Well, he said roll a stealth. He didn't say roll it at disadvantage.
It's heavy armor, automatic disadvantage.
Yeah. Ah, gotcha. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's what he was asking me.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if I had to go click it or not.
Don't worry about heavy armor. I've got a no armor and no armor guy.
Yep. Also decent. Okay.
Well, dwarves just aren't as nimble as elves or half elves.
Okay, everybody roll initiative so we see where we are. Oh, of course, Evander's going to go last.
Well, no, because Bogner's in the lead. Nadia is going to go last.
Yeah, that is true. So what I'm going to say is that Bogner and Dalen get 1 action before we go to the top of the round, because they will burst in and they will get surprise on them.
Okay. So what you're saying is we get a Bogner jumping into the room, gets an action. Dalen jumps in the room and gets an action, and then the
And then-
combat tracker goes to
And then-
Nadia.
Yep.
Or whoever might roll above her initiative, and goes from there.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's going to work out pretty well for you guys, actually. All right, so let me, as you burst the door open and rush in, you see 5 bugbears. And so I'll let you now decide where you want to go from here. And,
I'm going to go to the first bugbear.
and they are surprised. They rolled a 2 on their
They rolled a
perception.
Now, why wouldn't you have gone to number 5, the last bugbear?
Or 10. Run through everybody.
I am impatient.
Well, when I said 5, I mean the numbers don't equate to the number of bugbears out there. So I was actually talking about the last bugbear.
Right. Because if I run past 14 and 12, I'm slow.
It's just
It sounds like the
attacks.
littlest princess or prince or whatever that thing was, the last bugbear.
All right. All right, you got him targeted? Go for it. Ah, but you miss. Yeah, so while you bust in, you get a surprise round.
Should that have been an advantage?
No, they're not caught flat-footed. So you burst in and get
Alright,
an attack before they can react. Yeah. I thought about that.
I thought about that.
I didn't know what surprise meant. I didn't know how that is used. Is that advantage? Is that just they get a free attack or whatnot?
Yeah, it's in many cases, a surprise will give you advantage, but I'm going to say not in this case. They're just not ready to defend themselves or respond.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we're down here at Dalen.
All right. Yeah, I'm also
Kick his
trying to-
ass, Seabass.
Man, it must be the Sturges. They've rubbed off on us. All right, I guess now we're going to the top of the tracker.
All right. We are in it now.
You want to lock tokens?
Oh, I thought I had done that. I did it now.
I did.
That's where I want to move.
Okay, with a little parkour off the wall.
Yeah,
Papa!
just kind of jumping up on the bed over here.
No problem.
And you could do the shoot the arrow as you're jumping onto the bed. Ooh.
And he hits. Ka-thunk. Very acrobatic. Very impressive.
Very.
There's a reason why I did that.
All right, Bogner. Oh yeah, so you stay out
Alright.
of op attack range from the one bugbear. I saw exactly what you were doing.
Well, that's only secondary to what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
I know that there's a door on the other side.
All right. So as you come in and look, you can see that there are old stone bunks line the walls of these barracks, which you are on one of them. It's lit and heated by a glowing iron brazier in the middle of the room, which is why they're kind of around it. And across the room is another door, but it's blocked by a barricade made from the remains of a wooden table. Oh, can you not see any of
Can you
that?
not see
Hold
any of
on.
that?
No, it's all in bugbear or goblin or
Oh,
orc,
funny.
whatever it is in. There you
There we
go.
go. I did not know it was going to do that, but now I do.
I'm like, that is cool looking, but it doesn't help me any.
It just means it's kind of exotic. All right, Wagner's going to swing his Warhammer again. And do just as effective an attack.
Wagner's not having a good day.
No, he's not.
He does not have any brains on his hammer yet that I'm aware of, because I don't count those Sturges.
No, they don't have any brains, at least none that you can find. All right, is that all you're going to do? All right, Tertius.
Yeah. All right, Tertius saw Nadia come flying through, going at monk speed. Tertius is going to go ahead and move up to here, right behind Wagner and Dalen. And Tertius is going to be looking and saying, "Oh, well, there's quite a few orcs in here. I'm going to cast a spell. I think the spell I'm going to cast today is Flaming Sphere. And I'm going to try to put that Flaming Sphere right here on the other side of Bugbear 14. So, Jim, I'm putting the Flaming Sphere like where it would be opposite of Wagner on the other side of Bugbear 14. Yep, exactly. And so now I can go ahead and do the save, right?
You going to try to smack it into Bugbear 14?
Yeah, I mean, I'm casting it right there on trying to hit Bugbear 14.
Sounds good. Go ahead. He succeeds. And takes a couple points of damage.
Okay.
All right. Tertius has another 15 feet of movement.
Tertius will take his 15 feet of movement and he will move. He will come over here and jump on top of this bunk over here. Do I need to do an athletics check at all?
Nah.
Okay.
All right, Bugbear 2.
How high is this room, by the way?
6 feet, 7 feet. Pretty much all of your finished rooms, crafted rooms, are only 6.
They're dwarven height.
Yeah, they're made for dwarves, not for bogs or Goliaths or even humans.
Gotcha.
All right. Yep, this bugbear is going to come over here. And he's going to attempt to swing a Morning Star against Nadia. And he's going to miss.
I am going to be AFK a moment. I will be right back.
All right, Dalen, you're up.
All right, I'll attack with Talon.
You hit. All right, some decent damage there.
And I'm going to move to at least have Bugbear 12 yeah, I'm gonna move at least so Bugbear 12 is nearby.
Okay, that's where you want to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you step up, you feel some of the heat emanating from that flaming sphere.
Oh, is that still in range of that?
Yeah, you're in 5 feet of it now.
All right, then I'm. Huh. If I move back, I get a reaction. Forget it. Chance of damage versus real damage.
Yeah. Guaranteed minimum little bit of damage or just some. All right, so yeah, Bugbear 12, he's going to take an opportunity attack against you. Oh, good bet.
I guess I'm done then.
All right, Bugbear 10 is going to come over to this side. He's going to take an attack against Nadia. Oh, and he's going to critical.
Oh, great.
Not a lot of damage, but enough.
Not a lot of damage.
Enough.
Bugbear 1. There's a big ball of fire right there. He's going to say screw that, but he's going to gang up on the solo one over here. And he's going to miss. This Bugbear says, crap, this is hot. He's going to make a swing against Dalen, since that's who hit him. And he's going to miss. And he's going to move over here, away from that flaming sphere. I don't think you've taken a reaction this turn, Dalen, so I believe you...
I have not.
You get an opportunity attack. And you will miss.
And he made the right choice.
All right. Bugbear 12. Let's see. This guy's going to come around. He sees an unarmored person over here in the corner versus the armored person in front of him. And he's going to hit. And almost minimum damage. Evander. He's going to come up here. And he sees Nadia having some issues over there, so he's got to see what can I do to help her out. 20 feet. Wow, that's really big in this room. All right, let's see. I think he can do this. So 20 feet affected in ascending order. Oh, ascending, not descending. So smallest to largest. Okay, yeah, that's what he wants. All right, he's going to cast Sleep. 27. Oh, perfect. Oh, hold on. That's from crap. Bugbear 14 falls asleep. And as a bonus action, he's going to give Nadia some bardic inspiration. Oh, you know what? No, he's not. He's not going to do that. Let's take that off. He's going to give her a healing word, actually. Oh, he can't because he just cast sleep. Yeah, I know he's going to give her bardic inspiration. That's what he can do. All right. I got to pay attention to what I'm doing. But he's going to move the rest of the way in here in case Tertius wants advantage. All right.
So
Nadia.
before I do my attack or my action,
Okay.
Okay.
if I cast darkness, do they get an opportunity of attack if I want to get away? They can't see me.
So they will hear you leave. They would get a disadvantage opportunity attack, I think. Yeah. Let me pull up darkness and see what darkness says.
It doesn't say anything about advantage, disadvantage, or anything of that. It just says you can't see in it.
Yeah, can't see through the darkness. At which point you choose an object. Yeah, so I would yeah, I'd have to give them some kind of perception check to see if and then they'd still try to attack you potentially. Something to that effect. Depends on what you do after you cast darkness.
Yes.
Well, let's see, it's a 6 foot. I was thinking you could run up the wall, but it's only a 6 foot high ceiling in here.
I can step of the wind. That's the reason why I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
Because I can cast darkness, but if they're still going to get an opportunity attack on me, I'm going to do a step of the wind, which is a bonus action, and I'm going to disengage.
Yep.
But I didn't know if I needed to do that, or if the darkness keeps them from doing a opportunity attack.
No, it doesn't.
And
it just gives
them
an
an opportunity
attack.
Yeah. It's a disadvantaged opportunity attack, right?
Yeah, because they're blind.
All right. So I am going to cast darkness right on top of where I'm standing, not on me, but on the stones around me, because I don't want it moving with me.
Right.
And then I'm going to Step of the Wind, which is a single key point, so that they can't opportunity attack me.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's what, 3 keys so far?
3 keys so far?
Oh, it's 1 key. I haven't used any key yet. Oh, no. With the darkness, it's 3 key. Yes, you're right. It's 3 key.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to move over to the door.
You hot-footed all the way over there. No problem.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right, Bogner. You have a sleeping goblin over here. Hobgoblin, you got another one over by Tertius and Evander. And the 3 that were around Nadia are now engulfed in a sphere of darkness, and Nadia has run out. Looking a little beat up, but...
So it's probably kind of a waste yet, but I still want to attack the
the one at your feet?
Yeah, I want to attack the one on my feet because I'm pissed I've missed him twice now.
And he's on the floor sleeping, so you should get advantage. and you hit. Okay.
That wakes him up, right?
It
Probably.
does. Yep.
But he's prone, so not that that matters much yet.
It matters. He's prone.
What am I looking for? That one. It's like, where's the button to advance people?
All right, Tertius.
All right, so Tertius can't see in the black sphere, doesn't care about Bugbear 14 at this point in time, so Bugbear 12. I'm doing advantage on that guy, right?
Yes. For melee, yes.
So only for melee, not for a produce flame.
Nope, because that's a ranged spell attack. If it was a melee spell, like Shocking Grasp or something, then you'd also have advantage.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and... So this is meta. This is where I struggle, Jim.
Sure.
Because
Sure.
typically, Tertius isn't using his weapons. He's gonna use his magic when he can, and produce flame is just a go-to. But because I know that I have advantage now, I want to use my light hammer.
Sure.
Well, but how do you play that? Because again, this is me knowing meta knowledge.
So
Does
So
the
you
player
guys-
understand?
you guys-
I mean, does
yeah,
the,
I would say the player does. You know, you guys have been adventuring a while now. Flanking is not anything new to your party, right? And you guys seem to try to use it when you can effectively.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't see it as
I don't-
undue meta knowledge by a player. I think your character would be fully aware of this.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm asking, because I mean, from my perspective, Tertius is always going to be producing flame when he's not using one of his major spells. Speaking of, I need to mark the one spell which he's used.
Yep.
Just flaming
Is that
sphere.
a second level? Yeah.
It is a second level. I need to mark that as being used. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try to attack Bugbear 12 with my light hammer.
Okay, click ADV and target Bugbear
Got it.
12 and go for it.
Didn't get it into the window. Didn't get it in the window again. There we go. Missed it.
Yep. Glances off his
Glances
armor.
up.
As a bonus action, now here's another question. I know where Nadia was.
So what I will do, since you're throwing this sphere into darkness,
That's what I'm trying to do.
I figured as much.
I'm trying to throw it to where I knew Nadia was.
I will let you use either a Arcana or a Sleight of Hand to see how accurately you throw it where you want it to go. Since you can't see where it's going to go, right, and you really need to be able to see where you're moving it, I'm going to let you do a roll to see if you can kind of get there.
All right. Well, I will do a sleight of hand.
Okay. Oh, sure. You throw it right in there. Now you don't.
And I want it
Yeah, you
right
don't-
where I was aiming right where Nadia was.
And that's where it is.
That's
As
where
far
it is.
as far as
Yes.
you know, that's where it is.
You know, that's where it is.
Okay, so that's where I was aiming.
Yep. Does not strike anything, but it's right there.
Okay. They can't see anything either, though. So
No.
that would be the end of my action. If it didn't hit anything, so do I know that it didn't hit? I mean, did it hit anything? Is there a roll that we need to do to see if it
No.
hit anything?
Didn't hit anything. All right, Bugbear 2. Nadia left. He's not sure where she went. He's blind. Let me see something here. I believe he should be able to feel that there's an amount of heat here. 5, blah, blah. Knight's flammable stuff. So that bed's probably going to burst into flame here in a minute. Yep. All right. He wants to go. Let's see. Which way is he going to go?
Well, if he goes directly east, he's gonna bump his shins.
Yeah, and he knows he's on the bed. So he'll get there. And he's going to move out over here. And he's going to drop his Morning Star and ready a javelin. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He heaves a javelin at Dalen, and it misses. Basically almost embeds itself in Dalen's shield as he brings it to bear against the javelin. All right, Dalen, you're up.
So, Bugbear 12, with the whole flanking thing, since he's already flanked on two sides, if I go and attack him, do I also get advantage?
You do not.
Okay.
But if you walk around to the other side, you'll get flanking on the Bugbear opposite Bogner. I'm not suggesting that's what you do because you'd be in the corner, but...
Right. No, I'm going to go hit 12, or hit 2, I mean.
I'm going to put you here so you're not, on the brazier that's burning.
Yeah.
And I'll put that Bugbear there, so how's that?
I got it.
You do. I was trying to untarget Bugbear 14.
I know. No, I saw, but I was also trying to untarget him at the same time. So
yeah, it was confusing. Like, where are my arrows going? Okay, so you got Bugbear 2. Go for it. Hit. Yeah. Tis but a flesh wound.
I have 3 spells left, I think. That's what I'm looking. Or 2 spells left. Okay. Yeah, that's good then.
This Bugbear hits the wall and comes out of the wall to there. That's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20. And he's going to move his other 10 to get up there. He's going to throw a javelin at Bogner. And he's going to miss. Bugbear 1.
I think he should attack the flame.
He's going to come out here, actually, and let's roll a dex check. All right. He hits that and avoids pitching into the brazier. Comes out over here, so 15. And he sees Evander. And he's going to hit. And for 8. Bugbear 14. He's going to get up off the ground. And he's going to try to slug it out with Bogner. But he's going to miss. But he's going to move over here. Does he want to do that? Yeah, he does. Try to put his back to his wall. Bugbear 12. He's going to turn around and he's going to attack Evander. Oh, and he's going to hit. Some pretty heavy damage. All right, Evander. He is not happy. He is rethinking what he did now. So he's going to bring his rapier around, and he's going to get an advantage attack against this Bugbear. No, nice max damage. And he's going to give himself a healing word. He wanted to give it to Nadia, but he's feeling like he's in a little bit of a worse strait. And he's going to move 5 feet, just a step out. Try to make them move if he can. All right, Nadia, you're up.
Nadia, you're up.
All right, Nadia will go ahead and move 5 feet this way.
All right.
Right.
And I am targeting Bugbear 14 with my staff. I'm missing.
Oof.
Oh,
You do have Bardic Inspiration. If
Inspiration.
you want to roll a d6 and
You wanna
add that
roll
to
a
your
D6?
attack.
Sure, I'll do that. So do I just roll the d6 right now?
Yep, just roll a d6. That's enough to hit.
All right, so that guy's dying.
Very good.
We'll move down to here. Right next to Tertius.
Okay.
Okay.
I will attack Bugbear 12 with an unarmed attack.
That hits. All right.
And I will call that a day.
All right. Bogner. I know where to go. Take the two fighters and head across, or move down to help out your casters.
I'm going to move down and help out the casters. It was more, do I want to attack 12 or 1? But it's better to take 12 out than do more damage, than do initial damage to 1. So,
Miss. Let's see. Does Bogner have any? He does not. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Now, Tertius, I'm not sure. Let's see. Do you need to be able to see the sphere to move it? When you move the sphere, if you ram it. Nope. Doesn't say you have to see the sphere to be able to move it.
Okay. Well, my first action will be to attack Bugbear 12.
Okay, you don't have advantage.
No, I know I don't have advantage, but I can't move anywhere. I've got him in my way, Bogner in my way, and Nadia in my way. So
Yeah, you're pretty much
Yeah,
penned
you're pretty
in.
much penned in.
nowhere I can go. I am gonna go ahead and try to hit him with a produce flame.
Bread and butter. You got him. Very nice.
And then I am going to take and into Bugbear 1.
Okay. Go ahead and give Bugbear one.
Give Bugbear one
save.
Save.
So I'm untargeting Bugbear 12, targeting Bugbear 1. Where am I? Down with the Flaming Sphere. There's the save.
He succeeds,
Succeeds.
but a little bit of damage still.
A little bit.
Oops, that was the effect. Sorry. I should have hit the effect the last time. There's the damage.
Alrighty.
And there's the next person's turn.
Bugbear 2 is going to move around. And going to work after Dalen here. Oh, he hits. He rolled well. And some decent damage. Not great, but still decent. All right, Dalen.
All right, I'm going to attack him back.
You hit.
And I'm going to Divine Smite him also.
All right. May the wrath of Miliki come down upon thee. Wha-bam! You hit him pretty damn good. He goes from unhurt to looking pretty damn unhappy. Bugbear 10 comes down. And he's going to get advantage on his attack. And he's going to miss. Brings his Morning Star down, but it bounces off your armor. Bugbear 1. He says, I'm going to move over here. And still going to get advantage. And he's going to hit. And Evander falls to the ground unconscious. Bugbear 12, seeing that Evander's gone down, he's going to look at the next most injured. Well, let's see. Yep. Cincinnati's the one. Well, you've all really done some pretty good damage. Who did the most here? Let's look. Tertius did a little bit with its fire. Wagner actually missed. Yeah, Nadia's the one that cracked him with the staff, so. And he misses. Evander succeeds on his death save. All right, Nadia.
Nadia will try to hit with the staff on Bugbear 12.
You do. She does. And it goes down.
Nadia will then move here. And she'll pull out her bow. And I know she can't attack, so that'll be the end of her round.
Okay. Wagner, you're going to step around your friend here, all right?
Actually, I was looking at adjusting the positioning. Although, oh wait, he's down. It doesn't really. I can't flank him anyway. So yeah, that initial place I was going is good enough.
Okay.
Do you have him targeted?
You do. Hits. Pretty good damage.
And I'm annoyed enough, and we're going to use enough resources healing up. I'm going to action surge. I get another attack, right?
You do.
All right. I'm going to action surge and hit him again. Or
that time
not.
you miss. Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. All right, Tertius.
All right, Tertius is kind of freed up a little bit. So Tertius is going to go ahead and first of all try to produce flame on Bugbear 2.
Okay, that's a cantrip, right?
Yes.
-2 to target.
All right, if I move, will I still be -2?
If you move 10 feet north, no.
No.
All right, I'll move 10 feet north and try to produce flame on that guy.
You hit. The flame strikes him in the back of his neck and chars out his windpipe, and he falls to the ground. All right, so that's your cantrip.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to move my flaming sphere 10 feet and a little bit to the west.
And smack him.
Smack him.
Smacking into Bugbear 1.
All right, give him a saving throw.
I got to target him.
He fails. He's going to take it all. Okay.
And Tertius will call his turn complete.
All right. Dalen, you're up.
Attacking Bugbear 10. I keep trying to drag that unarmed fist. I have to stop myself.
He hits and does some good damage. Yeah, if you don't want that there, you can just, I can either remove it or I can just unequip it so it disappears. Just click on that little equipped marker next to unarmed, and so it's not equipped, and then it'll disappear on your combat mode. It'll still be there under your standard though. All right. It is a slugfest. Oh, he crits. You hit him, he hits you. And he just kind of growls in your face. Bugbear 1. Does not like that fire. He's going to swing his Morning Star at Bogner. And he's going to miss. All right. Oh, critical failure. Bleeding out. Somebody better get a heal on him. All right, Nadia.
Nadia will move here, flanking Bugbear 1.
Yep.
She will attack Bugbear 1.
Hit even
I
without
didn't-
even without advantage.
I didn't do the advantage.
Go ahead and roll again. We'll just see if you get a crit.
I don't need to roll again. This is fine.
Okay. Max damage. Nice. Kills it. Okay.
I can still move.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nadia's pissed off.
10, 25.
So I moved only 10.
25.
I moved 10 feet, so that's 25.
You got enough to flank this guy too.
You got enough to flank this guy too.
I move to here, flank him, and unarmed attack. Oh, I gotta target him. Wait a
Yep.
minute.
And give yourself advantage.
Give yourself advantage.
Did I have him targeted? I do.
You do.
Okay.
You hit. Minimum damage, but still pretty good punch.
And Nadia, being just absolutely pissed off at this point, is gonna try a key attack.
All right. Throw a key out there and take another unarmed attack.
Trying to find it. There's my Fury Blows.
Hits. And brings him down. Okay, I'm going to stay in combat because you got somebody dying. So I'm assuming that's the end of your turn. Bogner?
Bogner. I don't have a healing kit anyway to try a heal type thing, and so I will probably back away because I know Dalen can come in and.
So a healing kit gives you an automatic success for stabilizing somebody. A medicine roll, if you just roll a medicine check off your skills, that also has the potential to stop somebody from bleeding.
Okay, I will try a medicine roll.
All right, I think that might be successful, but let me do a quick look here. Because Because I honestly do not remember. All right, dropping the healing Jesus, stabilizing a creature. You are successful. You stabilize Evander from bleeding out. He is still unconscious. But he is going to live. All right. You still have movement or a bonus action.
I'm not gonna do anything else actually.
Okay. So at this point, I will say you are out of combat now, since Evander is stable. So I will unlock tokens, and you guys can decide what you want to do. Now it is 12:30. If you want, we can just pause right here and pick up, and then you guys can figure out how you want to, heal or short rest or whatever next time, or if you want to just.
I think we ought to do the healing and stuff and let all that stuff, all the other stuff. Let's get everything done and be prepped for our next session. Is basically
Okay.
my opinion.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. So I can use all of my lay on hands between people. I've got 20
Tertius
25 total.
Tertius has some stuff too. So
Yep.
Tertius is going to go ahead and do a healing word on Evander. So healing word is a first level spell.
Well, he can do a cure wounds instead, I think. It's more healing.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's the cure wounds. It's first level spell too.
Yep.
So I'm going to do a cure wounds on Evander. I think I've got Evander.
You do?
I have Evander?
You do?
Still. All right.
So I got hit.
He wakes up.
What's up?
I got another first level spell. I'll do it again.
Very nice.
Okay, so he's just wounded.
Yep. So he's,
We got Nadia, who's
Thank
pretty
you.
badly damaged. We got Dalen, who's pretty badly damaged. Evander's only got 7 points left.
I can split 10 between Nadia, or like 10 for Nadia, 10 for Dalen.
Well, Nadia is going to actually suggest that we go ahead and we burn what we need to do to get back to our healthy state, and then we take a long rest to gather our wits. That's going to be her. That's going to be her recommendation.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Okay, I'm going to say the flaming sphere runs out.
Flaming sphere and darkness, both individuals just actually release them anyway.
Okay.
So, we've healed Evander up pretty well, not totally, but so Tertius will go ahead and hit Dalen because he's got the most damage. So this is where I have a problem. So
Okay. And Evander, now that he's awake, he's got some healing as well. And he's got a Song of Rest if we take a short rest for some hit die first.
well,
So he actually says, we might want to take a short rest first and see what we can heal with hit die.
no. Okay, I'm good with that.
And then
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Okay. So is there anything that anybody wants to use before we do a short rest? Any Any second wind? Any? Does your pool's a long rest, right? So none of that. Any key? And is there anything with key stuff that you can use? So just take a quick look.
Bogner will second wind.
I've exhausted all my key. I can't use anymore until I get a short
Actually,
rest.
Okay.
Bogner already has second winded.
Okay, so he's already used it. Okay. All right. So with that, I'll apply.
I'll use hit dice. Well, we got to use hit dice first, right?
Yep. So go ahead and use your hit die that you want to use. Evander's going to use some. And then don't heal everything, because he can apply for everybody who's going to use hit die. He can use healing. So Dalen, you get.
I used 2 of my hit die.
Nadia, you got some more.
Yeah, I used 2 of mine also.
Okay, so you each got. So Dalen, you got 3 from his Song of Rest. Nadia got 6. So Nadia's.
Tertius is going to use 1 hit die.
Okay.
I don't know if I should have done that before or not, but
No, you can do that now.
Tertius is fixed.
All right, and he's good. Did
Yeah,
Bogner
I'm gonna
use any?
Bogner. He had not, but I am going to use 1.
All right. All right, so Dalen, you're the only one, and if you use 5 of your lay on hands pool.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And then you can just go ahead and, however you want to mark that you've used it, and then take 5 off. Oh, let's see, that's a heal. Here, I'll just drag that to you. Boop, there you go. All right. So you got 15 points left in your pool, and everybody is back on top. So let me apply a short rest now. All right, short rest applied.
Actually, short rest cleared my lay on hands.
Huh. Let me take a look at that. Switching you to. Oh, it's set on rest. All right. Should be daily.
Yeah, but you tried to set it on daily at one point and you couldn't get it to work right, which is why you had it on rest.
Well, shice.
Yeah, I can.
Well, we'll just give you the 1 and.
Right.
You can just check it, right? You can just check it
Right.
out.
Right. Yeah, that's what we did.
I'll move it back to rest. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I remember the discussion because you were like, I can't get this to work right. I'm going to set it at a short rest. So
yeah, now that you mention that, I'm remembering that too.
Yeah, that's the easier way to do it. Because then we can just, like you said, we just recheck and move on. All right, so with that, you guys have taken out 5 bugbears that they were pretty tough. Had Evan or not run into the middle trying to assist Tertius. You know, things might not have gotten quite so hairy, but you guys survived.
So, obviously, I mean, I know we're at the end. So you said that the door to the east is kind of barred with like old table and whatnot. You know, it's kind of closed off. It's not easily opened, right?
Yep, blocked by a barricade made from a wooden table.
Okay. So we don't need to worry too much about that area. But you know, obviously we'd want to at least search the area and search the bugbears, search the area and see if there's anything of value in this area.
Sure. You find, like 13 electrum, 15 copper on the largest bugbear, and in his pouch, he's got a potion, and it's kind of a crimson liquid that pulses with a really dull light, almost as if it's got a heartbeat.
All right. You want to add those to our party sheet?
It has been added.
So I have 2 unidentified items. One I'm assuming is the potion. Okay, and then we have the wand, which we don't know what it is yet. Okay.
There you go.
That's good with me. Jeff, anything else you want to do before we call it an evening?
Nope.
All right. Well, with that, I will cut the stream for the evening. And for anybody who's still watching, thanks. We had a few people pop in and out for the evening. And see you guys next week.